Hi everyone, and welcome to my video about empaths and protection and owning your energy. And are you dealing with energy vampires, also known as narcissists? I get this question on my Facebook page all the time, so I thought I would do a video on YouTube so then it is accessible for everyone to say, yes, you are not crazy. People calling you crazy, I'm sorry to say those are not your people. They are stuck in ego. They are stuck in their narcissistic tendencies. They're energy vampires. They see you as a light, and like a moth to a flame, you attract them. And how do you know if they're energy vampires? Do you feel less energetic being around this person? And that includes friends, family, and your partners. Do you feel drained? Do you feel more depressed, more anxious, like your energy's been zapped and then they feel fantastic? Or do you feel every time you're around this person, all they do is tell you their life story, they ask nothing about you, and then they leave? Or they need something from you again and again and again. So, you are allowing this. First of all, you need to create boundaries. And I'm an empath as well. So you know what? It takes some tough love, and it took a long time for me to figure this out. I was depressed and anxious for most of my life. I was surrounded by energy vampires and narcissists, and I didn't know. It comes through being with yourself. Being alone is not a bad thing. In fact, that's what empaths crave. We crave that alone time to recharge, to reset, to rebalance our energy systems. If you're constantly around noise and stress and people and drama, that's where you establish your boundaries, and that's where you need your quiet time, is to rebalance, reset, refocus who you are as a person. And find out your strengths, because you do have strengths. For myself, my anxiety, my depression was tied to me being highly intuitive, to being psychic, to being guided to heal others, to help others, to hold space for others. I do mediumship readings as well, so I have loved ones that that have crossed over that come through to me. And I impart that to my clients. Now, it's not that I'm so magical and I have all these gifts. I call them gifts because that's how you have to treat them. But that doesn't mean I'm more special than you or anybody else. That means I was tired of living the way I was living. And I was not living, I was existing. I lived in my ego. I mean, that is whole nother video for another time. So empaths, you are strength. You working on your chakras, and that starts with meditation. Meditation, it is a visualization. The more you can visualize things, the more things will come through to your third eye. You'll get more intuitive hits the quieter you are. The owning your energy, finding those gaps. Do you have blocks? We all have them. For myself, it was my root chakra more than anything. And then with the heart is like the center. Your heart chakra is the center of who you are. If you're holding grief, trauma, inner child stuff, let me tell you, you're going to run into that wall until you release. Find out where those emotions are. Do not become the emotion. Feel the emotion. Find out where it comes from. Do the work and release it. And yes, it will keep coming up, because if you still have buttons showing, those buttons that people like to push, that means you still have more work to do. And guess what? You only die once, but you live every day. And we are spiritual beings. So we're 5D living in a 3D world. So no wonder it's tough. And your ego has been running your life from the moment you were born, because guess what? Somewhere along the way you were lied to, that you were not born perfectly, but you are. You are unconditional love. You are everything. So meditation, Epsom salt baths, those are huge. We're empaths love salt. We love salty snacks. We crave grounding. We crave that earthiness. We feel everything. We feel everything. We know everything, right? So you walk into a room, you feel the temperature, and do people notice you right away? That's because you've got that light. You just haven't cracked it open yet. Epsom salt baths, essential oils, some smudging, some cleansing, some prayer work, gratitude journal, dream journal, because you're getting tons of messages from your guides, your angels, and your loved ones. You're just not seeing them because you're blocked. Your whole being, your light is blocked. There are gaps in your energy. Once you start making those connections, and there is no easy button, there is no, I want the fastest path to my intuitive self. You are intuitive. You just need to unearth yourself. And that involves time, that involves patience, that involves practice and repeating it every single day, establishing a self-care routine. And if you need help with that, I am going to be starting a course all about, developing your intuitive skills, your intuitive self, finding your path, your journey, your soul. Because you know what? It took me 44 years to figure this out. So I want to help you guys get there. And it's not going to be the fastest and easiest way. It's going to be your way. And everybody's journey is different. If you'd like a full reading with myself, please comment below or get in touch with me through the links below. Subscribe every week for my weekly energy messages. So it gives you like a snapshot of what your week's going to be like, what to look out for, and other tips as well. And then I also have the power of healing your energy. I do that show every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Whew. So I want to wish you guys love, light, and blessings. And please remember, healing begins where the ego ends.